Imagine finding a simple dime worth a fortune. From hidden pocket change to record-breaking auctions, today we reveal the top 5 rarest and most valuable United States dimes ever discovered. Do you own one of these treasures? Welcome to HD Coins World. Number 1. Imagine pulling a simple dime from your change and realizing it could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. A coin so rare that it has stunned collectors and investors alike, not because of its age, but because of a small detail missing from its design. Today, we are uncovering the story of the ultra-rare 1975 Roosevelt dime with no mint mark, a modern coin that has reached legendary status among numismatists and continues to be one of the most sought-after treasures in the United States coin market. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a leader deeply admired for his New Deal programs and his role during World War II. Dimes from this series were struck in huge numbers every year, and by 1975, millions of them rolled out of the mints. But one small error in the San Francisco Mint created a rarity that would shock the coin collecting world forever. Here is where the magic lies. The 1975 Roosevelt dimes struck at the San Francisco Mint were supposed to carry a small S mint mark. However, through a production oversight, a tiny number of proof dimes left the mint without any mint mark at all. Instead of bearing the proud S, they appear as if they came from no mint at all. This missing mark transformed an otherwise ordinary dime into one of the rarest modern coins in United States history. Collectors are fascinated with this coin because of its extreme rarity and the mystery behind how so few of them escaped the mint. Unlike other errors that can be found in circulation, the 1975 no mint mark Roosevelt dime was only discovered in proof sets sold directly to collectors. That means the only way to find one is to search sealed 1975 proof sets that were released by the United States Mint. If you happen to own an original set, it could be worth checking carefully with a magnifying glass. The rarity of this coin is almost unmatched. Only 2 confirmed examples are known to exist today, making it rarer than many legendary 19th century coins. This extreme scarcity has placed the 1975 no mint mark dime in the same league as million-dollar rarities like the 1894 S Barber dime. Collectors across the world continue to dream of finding another hidden piece waiting to be discovered in a forgotten proof set tucked away in someone's attic. When it comes to market value, this coin has already made headlines. The most famous example was sold in August of 2011 at a Heritage Auctions event, where it realized a staggering price of $456,000. That jaw-dropping number made the 1975 no mint mark dime one of the most valuable modern coins in the entire world. Today, experts believe that if another example surfaced in pristine condition, it could easily exceed $500,000 or more in auction, due to the massive demand and the growing number of collectors chasing high-profile rarities. For collectors and treasure hunters, the key tip is simple but powerful. Always check proof sets carefully, especially the 1975 edition. Use a magnifier to look closely at the area where the mint mark should be, just above the date. If the dime has no mint mark at all, you may be holding one of the rarest coins in American history. Even if you do not find this exact rarity, proof sets from the 1970s are still popular with collectors and can fetch strong premiums in the marketplace. The demand for this coin is so strong because it combines history, era collecting, and the thrill of a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. It reminds us that incredible treasures can still be hiding in plain sight, waiting to be uncovered by sharp-eyed collectors like you. The 1975 Roosevelt dime with no mint mark proves that even modern coins can hold legendary value and capture the imagination of the collecting world. Number 2. Picture this. You reach into your pocket, pull out a simple silver dime, and discover it is not just 10 cents but a life-changing treasure worth thousands of dollars. One of the rarest and most mysterious coins of the 20th century is the 1942 Mercury dime with no mint mark, a coin that has become the dream find for collectors everywhere. Stay with me, because what you are about to learn could turn an ordinary-looking dime into a jackpot of unbelievable value. The Mercury dime, officially known as the Winged Liberty Head dime, was first minted in 1916 and quickly became one of the most beautiful designs in American coinage history. The coin features Lady Liberty wearing a winged cap, symbolizing freedom of thought, while the reverse shows fasces and an olive branch, representing strength and peace. Struck in 90% silver, this dime circulated heavily during the Great Depression and World War II, and by 1942, millions were struck at Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. But among those coins, a handful without a mint mark became something truly extraordinary. Now here is where collectors must pay close attention. Normally, a Philadelphia dime in 1942 would carry no mint mark, but mistakes in production or missing mint marks on special runs have made certain examples extremely rare and highly collectible. For this year, sharp-eyed collectors are always on the lookout for varieties, especially the 1942 dimes struck without mint marks and proof-like, or exceptional quality. Combine that with a famous error, the 1942/41 variety, and you have one of the most fascinating chapters in Mercury dime history. The condition of the coin plays a massive role in its desirability. Circulated examples are common, but in high mint state grades with no mint mark and especially in proof-like strikes, the coin skyrockets in value. Collectors search for sharp details in the wings, full bands on the fasces, and brilliant silver luster. These features separate a dime worth only a few dollars from one worth thousands at auction. Speaking of auctions, let us talk about real money. One of the most impressive sales took place at Heritage Auctions in January 2003, where a pristine 1942 Mercury dime with no mint mark in proof-like condition sold for an incredible $23,000. Another example graded in mint state 68 by PCGS realized more than $16,000 in a Stack's Bowers auction in 2015. Today, top-quality examples continue to set records, and experts believe that if a flawless proof-like dime without a mint mark appears, it could surpass $30,000 or more, especially with the booming demand for Mercury dimes in high grades. So what should collectors and treasure hunters be looking for? Start by checking 1942 dimes carefully with a magnifier, paying attention to the area where mint marks usually appear. On the reverse near the bottom to the left of the fasces, you will normally see a small letter D or S if the coin was minted in Denver or San Francisco. If your coin has no letter at all, then it was struck in Philadelphia, and high-grade versions with full bands are extremely valuable. Also look for the famous 1942/41 error, as those can bring tens of thousands of dollars in the marketplace. This coin remains in high demand because it is a combination of beauty, silver content, and rarity. Collectors chase it for registry sets, for its role in American history during World War II, and for the thrill of owning a piece of numismatic art that could be worth a fortune. Every Mercury dime holds a story, but the 1942 issue with no mint mark and in top condition is one of the legends that keeps the hunt alive for collectors around the world. Number 3. What if I told you that a tiny silver dime, smaller than your fingertip, could be worth over $1 million today? That is not a fantasy, it is a reality, and it belongs to one of the rarest and most expensive coins in United States history, the 1894 S. Barber dime. With only 24 ever struck and only 9 known to exist today, this coin has become the holy grail of American numismatics. Stay tuned, because in the next few minutes, you are going to learn why this little dime could change someone's life forever. The Barber dime was first introduced in 1892, designed by Charles E. Barber, the chief engraver of the United States Mint. It carried the Liberty head design on the obverse and a wreath on the reverse, a simple yet elegant style of the late 19th century. Most dates and mint marks in the series are easy to find, but when we arrive at the year 1894 in San Francisco, history gave us one of the greatest mysteries in American coinage. Only 24 examples were struck at the San Francisco Mint, and to this day, experts still debate why. Some believe the coins were struck as presentation pieces for bankers or special friends of the mint superintendent. Others suggest they were produced to balance the mint's accounting books for the year. Whatever the reason, the tiny mintage instantly made the 1894 S. Barber dime a rarity from the moment it left the presses. Unlike ordinary dimes that were struck in the millions, this coin was born rare, and that rarity has only grown with time as only 9 examples are confirmed to survive today. The unique features of the coin are subtle but powerful. On the reverse, below the wreath, you will see the small letter S, the mint mark of San Francisco. That tiny S makes all the difference, because it identifies the coin as one of the 1894 S issues, the ones with the legendary 24 mintage. Many other barber dimes may look similar, but none carry the weight of history and value that this one does. Collectors carefully examine these coins for sharp details, full strikes, and proof-like surfaces, since many of them were struck as presentation pieces. The rarity of the 1894 S barber dime is unmatched in United States coinage. With fewer than 10 known examples, it is rarer than many gold coins, rarer than early silver dollars, and rarer than most classic American coinage combined. This extreme scarcity has made it a centerpiece of every major coin auction where it has appeared, and a dream coin for serious collectors and wealthy investors. Simply put, if you own one of these, you are holding a multi-million-dollar treasure. Now let us talk about real money, the kind that turns heads in the numismatic world. In January of 2016, an 1894 S barber dime graded proof 66 by PCGS was sold by Heritage Auctions for an astonishing $1,997,500. Another example sold at Stack's Bowers Galleries in 2005 for $1,322,500. More recently, in 2022, a beautiful specimen in proof 65 condition crossed the auction block and realized over $1,500,000. Each time one of these dimes appears at auction, it makes headlines across the globe, and collectors are willing to pay almost any price to secure one. For collectors and treasure hunters, tips are crucial. First, understand that the 1894 S barber dime will never be found in pocket change or rolls of coins today, because of its microscopic mintage. However, knowing the story is important, because it helps you understand the true value of rarity in numismatics. Collectors should always study mint marks carefully, pay attention to auction catalogs, and build connections with reputable dealers and auction houses like Heritage and Stack's Bowers. For those who cannot own the legendary 1894 S, collecting other barber dimes by date and mint mark is still an exciting and rewarding journey. This coin is in such high demand because it combines history, mystery, and wealth in a way few coins ever can. The 1894 S barber dime is not just money, it is a piece of American heritage that has become a symbol of the incredible treasures that exist within coin collecting. It reminds us that even the smallest coin can carry the biggest value, and that sometimes, fortune really does come in tiny packages. Number 4. The story of the 1987 Roosevelt dime with the D mint mark begins with a powerful twist that keeps collectors on edge. Imagine a coin so ordinary in appearance that millions of people might have spent it without a second thought, yet a few special pieces are commanding unbelievable attention in the collector world. This is not just about finding change in your pocket, it is about discovering a hidden gem that could be worth thousands of dollars if the condition and strike are right. The Roosevelt dime was introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who had passed away the year before. The Denver Mint produced millions of dimes in 1987, making them seem very common. But here is where the story changes. A very small number of these dimes, particularly those with extraordinary mint state conditions, flawless surfaces, or unique errors, have skyrocketed in demand among collectors. The unique features that stand out in the 1987 D Roosevelt dime include sharp strikes, mirror-like proof-like surfaces, and the absence of contact marks that usually plague circulation coins. These qualities are rare because most of these dimes went straight into circulation. Finding one that looks like it just left the press nearly 4 decades later is a challenge that excites serious collectors. The rarity comes down to one thing: condition. Most dimes from 1987 with the D mint mark are only worth face value if circulated. But when you find one in top condition, graded mint state 68 or higher, you are looking at a coin that can set record prices at auction. Collectors crave coins with minimal flaws, and in the modern series, such perfect examples are like finding a needle in a haystack. Now let us talk about value, because this is where jaws will drop. A verified example of the 1987 Roosevelt dime with the mint mark graded by PCGS in Mint State 68 sold at Heritage Auctions in 2018 for more than $1,200. That is a stunning figure for a coin minted in the millions. But the excitement does not stop there. According to online resources and reported sales, one piece has been claimed to sell privately for over $20,000, showing just how wild the market can get when collectors chase after perfection. For collectors and treasure hunters, the tips are simple but powerful. Always check your pocket change carefully under good light. Use a magnifier to look for sharp strikes and clean fields. And never ignore coins that look shinier than usual. Submitting coins to grading services like PCGS or NGC can turn a small find into a big payday. Coin shows, online auctions, and estate sales are also excellent places where rare gems like this can appear unexpectedly. The conclusion is clear. The 1987 Roosevelt dime with the D Mint mark proves that even modern coins can hold hidden treasures waiting to be discovered. From a confirmed auction sale at over $1,000 to online reports of one piece crossing $20,000, the excitement and demand for this coin continue to grow. Thanks a lot for watching and staying with us to the end of this video. Do not forget to like, share, and comment if you have ever checked your dimes for rare errors or high-grade beauties. And of course, subscribe for more rare coin discoveries that could make you the next lucky collector to strike it rich. Number 5. What if I told you that a dime sitting in your pocket right now could change your life forever? A simple Roosevelt dime struck in 1992 at the Philadelphia Mint, carrying the tiny P Mint mark, has shocked collectors at auction when found in flawless condition. This is not just another dime you spend without thinking, it is a hidden gem waiting to be discovered. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946 to honor the legacy of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, and the man who inspired the March of Dimes. By 1992, the design had already been a part of American pocket change for decades, but that year's Philadelphia Mint coins produced a small number of exceptional survivors that collectors chase today. Though millions were minted, the rarest are the ones that escape circulation with their surfaces intact. The unique features that make the 1992 P dime valuable are sharp, bold strikes, brilliant luster, and clean surfaces with almost no contact marks. These qualities are incredibly rare because nearly all of these dimes were used in everyday commerce. Finding one that looks untouched 30+ years later is what makes the difference between a dime worth 10 cents and a dime worth hundreds, or even thousands of dollars. Rarity for this coin is all about condition. In lower grades, the 1992 P dime is only worth its face value. But in Mint State 67 and especially Mint State 68, the population drops dramatically. PCGS and NGC have certified only a handful of these high-grade examples, which makes them extremely desirable among collectors who want the very best coins for their sets. Now let us talk about the real money. At Heritage Auctions in 2016, a superb 1992 Roosevelt dime with the P Mint mark, graded by PCGS as Mint State 68, sold for more than $1,500. That is 1,500 times its face value, showing just how powerful condition is in the world of coin collecting. For a modern dime, this result is nothing short of incredible. If you want to hunt for one of these treasures, here is what to do. Always check your pocket change and coin rolls under good lighting. Look for sharp details on Roosevelt's portrait, clean fields with no scratches, and strong strike lines on the reverse torch, olive branch, and oak branch. If you find a coin that looks extraordinary, submit it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC to unlock its true potential. You can also look at coin shows, estate sales, and reputable online auctions where hidden gems sometimes appear. The conclusion is clear. The 1992 Roosevelt dime with the P Mint mark proves that even a modern coin can become a rare treasure worth far beyond its face value. With a confirmed auction sale at Heritage Auctions for more than $1,500, collectors everywhere are keeping a close eye on this coin. Thanks a lot for watching this video and staying with me until the end. Do not forget to like, comment, and share this with other collectors, and tell me if you have ever checked your dimes carefully. Subscribe for more incredible discoveries in the world of rare United States coins, because your next coin might just surprise you.